Grand Theft Auto is a franchise that needs no explanation. Even if you've never picked up a controller before, the name alone brings in a lot of attention. It is a series that over time has gotten better with each release and pushes the video game industry forward with the technical prowess that Rockstar is known for. Given the success of the franchise, it has had its fair share of cancellation and unreleased games. In today's video, I'll be covering Grand Theft Auto Lost Media. This list contains cancelled ports, unreleased Grand Theft Auto games, as well as a lost version of GTA 5. Speaking of which, let's start with GTA 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 released in September of 2013 on both the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Considered one of the best-selling games in 2013, a lot of the praise that the game received was in part thanks to the single-player story. 3 months after the release of GTA 5, Rockstar announced there's going to be a planned story DLC on the way for the game, with it launching alongside the heist mode for GTA Online. This isn't the first time that Rockstar has made story DLC, as their previous GTA game, GTA 4, had 2 story DLCs released 1 year after launch. Speaking of GTA 4 DLC, Rockstar originally planned to have the GTA 5 story DLC to be in the same vein of those expansions. During the interview with an unknown Rockstar employee done by CVG, it was rumored to be on par with The Lost and Damned in terms of scope and scale, and to be around 12 to 20 hours in all new solo player missions. This, however, wasn't meant to be, as in October 23, 2017, the then director of design, Imran Sarwar at Rockstar, confirmed that the downloadable content was cancelled due to the increased focus of GTA Online and the upcoming Red Dead Redemption 2. That being said, data miners were able to find traces of the downloadable content in the game's code. According to their findings, there's supposed to be at least 3 episodic packs for each protagonist, with a brand new casino heist with all 3 main characters in it. Trevor's episode was called Agent Trevor, which had about 23 missions and 12 additional assassination missions after you complete those 23 missions. The development on this episode was later used in the GTA Online update called the Doomsday Heist. There's also supposed to be a zombie apocalypse episode with either playing as Michael or Franklin, where it was set in an alternative universe where Los Santos was in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. A lot of the buildings and assets made for this DLC was later used in the Arena War update for GTA Online, and the last episode was supposed to be an alien invasion episode. There's not much information on this one aside from the fact that it was supposed to be set in another alternative universe, whereas a player would play as either Michael or Franklin. Now, in GTA 5, there is a UFO in the game, which many wondered in the very beginning when it was discovered back in 2013 that it was referencing a potential DLC down the road, similar to how Fallout 3 did the same thing with the Mothership Zeta DLC. The casino heist, on the other hand, was supposed to include all 3 protagonists with 1 intro, 2 prep missions, and a final mission, just like in the base game. This was also later used in GTA Online DLC, known today as the Diamond Casino Heist. Aside from Rockstar speaking about the DLC almost 10 years ago, and even the voice actor of Franklin, Sean Fontano, confirming the DLC's existence in an interview and his work on it, it's fair to say we might not see the original GTA 5 story DLC prior to being remade into GTA Online DLC. Grand Theft Auto 5 PlayStation 3 developers build. GTA Forums is no stranger when it comes to high-profile GTA leaks. What many people forgot over time is how close we came to actually having a potential development build of GTA 5. Sometime between 2015 and 2017, a GTA Forum user going by the name of Carter GT made a post on the GTA 5 thread announcing he had a friend who was in the possession of a PlayStation 3 dev kit with development builds of GTA 5 on it. He claimed the dates of these builds ranged between mid-2012 to May 2013. Carter GT claimed that the data was wiped from the hard drive and many of its data was recovered was overwritten, incorrect file names, or no folder organization, making it very difficult to get the build up and running. He was able to recover never before heard audio and cut mission dialogue that he eventually uploaded onto an unlisted YouTube video. Carter GT talked about wanting to upload these builds on the internet. However, this is where the case goes cold. Rumor has it that Take-Two got word of this post, going to the point of even going to his house and recovering the dev kit from him in the process, meaning that any chance of this build ever leaking is slim to none at this point. Now, it's worth mentioning that Rockstar is notorious for being a tight ship. They're very on top of leaks, and many of their projects are very hush-hush for the most parts. Leaks out of Rockstar games are very few and far between, and seeing any in-development progress or any in-development builds is very, very rare. But what stings the most about this post, he mentioned he also had access to GTA 4 early builds and even early builds of Max Payne 3, which would have been crazy to see what those games looked like in early development. Grand Theft Auto 5's cancelled multiplayer mode. The GTA Online is considered Grand Theft Auto 5 multiplayer today, however that wasn't always the case. Rockstar originally planned to have GTA 5's multiplayer mode to be more similar towards GTA 4's multiplayer mode. Thanks to a Rockstar developer's portfolio, we have more insight on this mode. The only known game mode for this mode was to be a territory war between Los Santos and LSPD. The player would be able to choose between a cop or criminal in this mode. Not much else is known aside from the screenshots from the developer's portfolio. We do know that the mode was cancelled, however, in favor for GTA Online instead. Grand Theft Auto 4's cancelled remaster. Grand Theft Auto 4 was to have a remaster at one point, with Red Dead Redemption 1 also getting the same treatment. This was until November 2021 when Rockstar released the GTA trilogy, a remaster, if you want to call it that, of both Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Known for being broken and being an absolute dumpster fire at launch, this apparently affected the plans of a remastered GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption. As July 4th, 2022, Rockstar insider Tez2 confirmed that he received word that both projects were cancelled, with the reason being due to the poor reception of the trilogy causing this. Kotaku then reported that they spoke to another source at Rockstar and was told that there's no plans for it currently. Rockstar's focus is to get GTA 6 out the door and potentially revisiting the remasters after that point. But up to this point, there's no additional information regarding these remasters that were made public, nor Rockstar even confirming their existence. Grand Theft Auto Gamecube ports. Rockstar originally planned to have at least 2 Grand Theft Auto games to release on the Nintendo's GameCube at one point. Both Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City were supposed to be ported to the console. However, this was never meant to be. Although Rockstar never commented on the cancellation of these ports, the most common reason given online is due to the poor sales of the console, as Rockstar did publish Smuggler's Run, which did come out on the GameCube prior to this, which reportedly sold poorly on the platform. There was also word that Nintendo didn't want it on their platform altogether, as Nintendo held more of a family-friendly name to their brand. Fun fact though, Reggie Fils-Aimé, Nintendo of America's president at the time, was interviewed and asked about GTA. Apparently he spent a lot of his time playing Grand Theft Auto on the PlayStation 2 back when the GameCube was around. To think that the president of Nintendo was playing Grand Theft Auto on a competitor's console is pretty cool. Grand Theft Auto 3 GBA Port. Back in 2001, after the release of Grand Theft Auto 3, it was announced there would be a port of the game on the GBA developed by Destination Software, with it being published by Digital Worldwide Company at a target release date of the end of 2002. During 2002, however, Destination Software ended up losing the license and was replaced with Crawfish Interactive. Then Crawfish ended up closing due to economical issues, which in the game was handled again over to Digital Eclipse, who eventually reworked the game into what's known today as Grand Theft Auto Advance. Now there is a copy of this build that does exist, however any prototype builds of the original GTA 3 handed by Destination Software is still considered missing and lost. YouTuber P2P Online covered this build in one of his videos, which is a great watch and an awesome channel if you're into prototype video games. Grand Theft Auto Crime World. What if I told you that Rockstar had similar ambitions to what GTA Online is today all the way back in the 90s? Grand Theft Auto Online Crime World was a GTA game in development in 1999, targeting the PC. Rockstar's scope for this project was to allow players to play with others worldwide as well as local cities around them in a GTA world. Think GTA 2, but fully online. Outside a magazine article confirming the game's existence, the project was never to be seen again or talked about. No screenshots, additional information, or even confirmation on its cancellation was ever revealed to the public. Rockstar later implemented the ideas they had for this mode into GTA 4's multiplayer and of course GTA Online. GTA 64. Grand Theft Auto 64 was a cancelled port of Grand Theft Auto 1 planned to be released on the Nintendo 64, also known as the Ultra 64. The plan was to create a PlayStation version of GTA 1 and then port that version to the Nintendo 64. The N64 is planned to receive enhanced graphics as well as additional levels and characteristics. Reportedly, this build was actually showed at E3 1999, however no footage or photos from that event have ever surfaced of this port. It was also considered to be about 50% complete before it was cancelled. This port was actually considered non-existent until a user by the name of Lucy on the now defunct Assembler Games forum posted a magazine scan of a Spanish Nintendo 64 magazine that talked about it prior to its cancellation. In 2023, we don't have any additional screenshots, builds, or even footage of the E3 1999 showcase to see what the game could have been. Grand Theft Auto Sega Saturn port. Grand Theft Auto 1 was supposed to get a Sega Saturn port at one point during the late 90s. The Sega Saturn, Sega's long but forgotten console, was to have enhanced graphics, use a 3D view of some sort, and use the same engine that was used in another Saturn game called Clockwork Knight. According to the lead programmer on the port, Keith Hamilton, it was cancelled due to financial resources, which shifted the team's production on the PC port instead. It's also worth mentioning that the Sega Saturn was losing popularity when GTA 1 released, so it really wasn't in DMA Design's best interest to spend all that time and resource in a version of the game that probably wasn't going to sell well in the first place. And that was GTA Lost Media. I hope you enjoyed it. I plan on doing a Rockstar Games Lost Media next, so if you enjoyed this video or like my style of content, please consider subscribing. Until next time guys, peace.